hot mix. Shout out to all of my day ones and my stay ones. Definitely rocking out with us. You know what it is. You know what it is. Listen, I'm really rocking with our new show subscribers. Like, they're really getting active down there in those comments. But they wouldn't have anything to get active on if it wasn't for my day ones and my stay ones. Right? Let me see something. Boom. Let's try this. Get this out of the way ASAP. Rocky. No, don't want that. Don't want that. This works. We weren't going to do a show today, people. But you guys, listen, I'm not gonna lie. You guys keep this thing going. You guys have been, appreciative of the content. So it is only fair that we also reserve times where we have to go out of our way for you, right? 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 Let's go right there. Let's go right here. Found your channel about a week ago. Love the content. I appreciate the support. Prime time, definitely in the building. Listen, I just really, to be honest, we weren't really going to have a show today, but I really did want to touch bases with you guys because the last show that we did, it struck a chord with me. To where I'm really genuinely interested. There's a lot being invested in women hating men. There's a lot being invested in it. Now, my question is, usually when we do something, it's because we see a benefit out of it. Now, my question is, what benefit is there in hating men? As amazing as men are, and we're just being honest about this, we don't have to bring up the ways that women are amazing because we do that every day, right? We do that every day. We get in relationships with complete strangers or willing to step in and are still willing to step in front of a bullet for her. We show women, we pay them money to smack their butts from behind. Bang, 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 bang. That's something. I think we live in a society today where it is in the government's best interest to encourage and promote women, not acknowledging how really amazing men are. Again, we don't have to talk about how amazing women are. We do that all the time. All of us acknowledge it. Men acknowledge it. Not ratchet Jezaboos and gargantuans. Women. We know how amazing women are, right? What could you possibly gain out of becoming a man hater? As amazing as men are the absolute only thing that you have to closest relate to a superhero. I marvel. Listen, there's situations to where white society clashes with black society, and I hate that stuff. I can pick out all of the terrible things that white America does. But it doesn't prevent me from acknowledging at the same token all of the amazing things they've done. I think that right there is one of the biggest problems that I've seen on social media. A lot of people don't have the ability to be impartial. If one of their favorite content or they'll just go with anything. It's okay to be impartial. It keeps you balanced. It keeps you from following the wrong breadcrumbs, right? You guys don't do that. You guys see one bad thing that men do or men have done or men are known for, and it scars you. Men don't do that. Have you ever thought about that? We still know how to treat amazing women according. We just do. It's a no-brainer to us. Those of you who have given us gonorrhea and syphilis, we don't look at all of the other women of the world and say, she's one of them hoes too, right? We don't do that. Those of you who, when we pulled out of you, the rubber seemingly melted off along with some of the skin on our Johnson. We don't believe that that's all women. And we don't march like that's all women. We don't. We address you as according the same way that I can get up here one day you can see me condemn women's behavior, but the next day you could see me showing a picture of what an amazing woman this is. You guys don't seem to have the ability to do that. I think it has to be nothing short of a curse that women don't look at men like, wow, so amazing. I marvel at men. I marvel at Latino men. They have a work ethic that allows us, no, that forces us to acknowledge them. White men. White men. White men spearhead a lot of what makes our lives comfortable every day. Right? Asian men. Well, they're productive citizens and they mind their own business. Right? I'm impartial and I know how to be. A lot of ladies have absolutely no clue that they are currently living inside of the repercussions of past bad dating decisions. You know, if I could get all of you in a gymnasium right now or in a stadium right now and help you to understand how many of the things, if you could just tell me your life story, I could help many of you see where you played a greater role in the demise of your interactions with men than you think. You guys get so much attention to where you kind of don't have to acknowledge when you're on some BS. You kind of don't have to acknowledge when you are on BS. I got to fix something, people, because I see something that you guys didn't warn me about. I see something that you guys did not warn your brother about. You don't have to put me on there for you. The love I have to. You don't have to worry no more. Listen, I don't know the words to any of my favorite songs. I know the That's it. My people know. My people know. That is my trademark. I can hum a hook, or I might know the hook, but even my favorite songs, I don't know. But let's get back to the show. Anthony said, I'm getting stronger. That's what I'm talking about. Shout out to Miss Brenda down there rocking out with us. Miss Connie said, too much hate, not enough love. And I think that's a big problem as well. I think that's a big problem. Miss Connie, I want to see if you're going to agree with me on this. Do you agree that society has allowed us, I'm not even going to say confused because it's intentional. It's definitely intentional. Miss Connie, do you agree that people have developed the ability to refer to getting held accountable for your misdeeds as hate? We see it every day. We see it every day. You guys could be, listen, you guys could be out there doing some of the most terrible things. And if somebody brings it up, he hates women. You can't grow like that. Have you noticed that men are getting better? Even black men took their incarceration rate down. You guys aren't getting better. And I'm not going to blame you guys like per se. What I'm saying, you guys aren't getting better is you can't get better. If every time we see you guys burning down a building and we say something about it, you say, we hate women. You can't grow until we can get you to say, you know what, brother, I did do that. I did burn that down. There's not going to be any reason to grow. Men are growing. We see it all throughout society. Even men who are gangbangers are starting businesses. Men are growing. Men don't have the reputation that women of today's society have. Now, I'm definitely not going to say all women because, there's a portion of women who we never hear from them because they're somewhere in the cut acting amazing, right? They're somewhere in the cut acting amazing. But I definitely want to understand and help the women to understand, first and foremost, this way that you guys have volunteered to feel about men. We know why you're doing it. You're joining some of these feminist groups and things like that on TikTok. We know exactly why you're doing it. We can listen to a lot of you talk and we can hear exactly where your talking points came from. A lot of you got things from Cynthia G. A lot of you got things from Yada Awakening. A lot of you got things from Derek Jackson, Ace Metaphor, right? We can hear it. But you're not getting better. Your results aren't improving. You want to know how I typically measure? You are the champ, bro. Too smooth. I appreciate the love. You know how, often, none of us are perfect. I agree. Miss Cake said you can't win by hating anyone, and I'll agree. I believe even white supremacist groups, if you focus on hating white supremacist groups, it'll take your mind off of doing what is truly most effective in that situation. It'll compromise your emotions. It'll cloud your thinking. What I'm telling you guys is this. Women aren't getting better along with men. We keep on trying to protect you guys. You say you guys aren't protected. We keep trying to protect you every day. We keep telling you what music not to listen to. We keep telling you what Sexy Red is doing to us. We keep telling you guys how you dress a certain way is. We keep telling you guys every day, all day on these podcasts. We keep telling you guys when you're acting masculine. We're giving you more protection than if we were to physically go out and fight for you. We're really giving you what you need, for real. We are the consumers of women. We are the most credible source in ascertaining your value. Because grocery shoppers are the most credible source about the quality of the groceries in the store they're shopping in. If the customers start believing that the groceries are shit, you're going to have a problem selling your groceries. Shout out to TJ over here with the $10 super chat, rocking out with us. I appreciate the love, my brother. I appreciate the love. Those of you who want to support the show, you can always support the Cash App Real Stacey Prince, PayPal Real Stacey Prince, right? But this is what we're telling you guys. You're not getting better. The absolute most important degree of protection that you guys need from us right now, it's not that we come protect you from men. The bloodshed that we see taking place up on American women today is self-inflicted. We're everywhere trying to tell you we're everywhere. And what we're witnessing is doing more damage to you than if we had saw a man beating the hell out of you on over there on Plate Street. Listen, on TikTok, I need you guys, she said some men are controlling. Some women need controlled. Most women need controlled. I'll say about 80% of women, if they're outside of the leadership of a man, particularly a man that loves them, they're going to do things that typically bring women's dating value down. We know this. You guys have been tricked into hating men who have created every luxury that makes your life easier. How can you get tricked into hating men? I don't even hate white. I know America is a place of racism. I know it is. I know what it was founded upon. But there's no way that that can make me look at all white men and say, motherfucker. Right? Because I need to be the caliber of individual who can also pull myself to the side and just assess briefly what roles I'm playing in the things that I don't like. You guys aren't doing that. How can you be convinced that men and women are equal? Listen, you know what? Let me see something. Come on up, Miss Cakes. Come on up. She said, I need new eyes. Well, that must mean half the world needs new eyes because we're all seeing and saying pretty much the same thing. We're all seeing and pretty much saying the same thing. She said there's a lot of bad men. Guess who created them? Huh? Did you know bad men are created? This is my ad face when I'm doing a campaign for someone. Right? Did you know that bad men are created? Did you know that men don't come out of the vajayjay bad? Did you know that? Did you know that usually what crafts and molds a bad man are the circumstances that he is raised by? And who's responsible for the circumstances by which a child is raised? Right? I'm not saying that the father shares none of it, because I probably hold men more responsible than I do women. Because if we know the quality of women that are typically the trademark women for America, then I think you guys are. I just never understood putting your raw penis in a woman. I never, in a woman, you're just when a man is going through his bachelor phase, I never understood just going raw. I thought I'm going to get her pregnant or I'm going to catch an STI. That's what I thought. Not to say I've never done it, but it's only been about 9 times in my life. So whereas I do hold men accountable, the caliber of men who typically run around spreading their seed irresponsibly are what type of men? Men who were not raised without a father. You don't typically see very, very successful people whose children are out in society just getting random women pregnant. Look throughout the Asian community, look throughout the white community. You just don't see it. Right? Which means the circumstances and our thinking gets clouded when we grow up in environments that are not conducive to stability and better lines of thinking. I think a lot of the turbulence that we're experiencing today, I want you guys to check out what a man can say without feeling like a punk. It is the need and the crave to be in charge of men. They seem to forget that men serve them every day, but because men don't complain, efforts are unseen. Do you acknowledge that this man had no qualms acknowledging that we serve you guys? You would never. You don't even like the word submit. This is what I'm telling you. This is why I say men are generally more loving than women are. Men build themselves up so they can provide for others. Women build themselves up so that they can show others that they don't need them. That's just what it is. We're seeing it. All of you who have, most of you who have degrees and things like that, we hear how you talk online. We've heard you come up here and talk. But yet men have no problem saying it is the need and the crave to be in charge of men. They seem to forget men serve them every day. But because men don't complain, the efforts are unseen. Do you know what it would take to get a modern woman to say she'll serve a man or to say that a man is superior to her? That right there shows you the different differentiations of our egos versus your egos. We don't typically have ego. We move off to the okay, I'm not gonna say men don't have egos, but our egos usually serves in a more positive light. Our egos usually serve in a more positive light. Our egos are what are required to assist us in behaving more like men, in competing with our peers, things of that nature, right? You guys have been tricked. I try to think from this perspective. This is the perspective I try to think from. Let's list all of the things that men have done for women. Men civilized the world and created laws and things like that to where if anybody else put their hands on women and violated any of the rights that we believe are human rights, that there would be extreme penalties. It wasn't in the best interest of society and families and communities that women have jobs because we see what it did. Yet men gave the structure that allowed women to be able to get up and go demonstrate and exercise more independence by giving them the right to work. It is men who gave women, although maybe it shouldn't have been done to such a degree, the right to go out and further educate themselves. The reason we know it particularly wasn't the best of things is because studies show that women file most of the divorce proceedings, and when she is college educated, it goes up to 90%. Right? It has turned you guys into something that is the opposite of what men have always been taught women were. What else have men done for women? The cars that you drive, the house that you call your fortress, the weapons that you say you don't need men to defend you for. All of these things, like we could just really keep on going. The platform that you're on right now, the platform that you'll be on tomorrow, right? The mechanics that fix your cars, and the construction workers that make your routes 30 minutes shorter to your home. Men are constantly, every day, all day, providing services that make life better for humans, and particularly women. We gave you guys more rights than we had. Men gave women so much more rights than what they really needed to have, to where now women are standing up today talking about men ain't shit and women are superior to men. And I want to tell you something else that proves that men are more considerate and loving than women. No matter how terrible you guys talk about us, the way you treat us, we still have the ability to make statements like, we serve women. You're safe because of us. Some of you say, we have to do this and that just to go jogging at night. It's called an imperfect world. It's called an imperfect world. That is not something that you blame on men. That is something that you take up with God. This is an imperfect world. Just like some men get their back of their heads. The truth of the matter is, men are so amazing that they have made women's lives so grand, to where if a woman encounters something that does not meet the bar of perfection, she pitches a bitch. That's how amazing we have made women's lives, to where you guys complain over things that are imperfections. It means we got pretty close to perfection. That's what it means. Even the judicial system. You guys have there's higher penalties for assaulting women than there is for men, even if the woman is the one assaulting a man. I think you guys really need to sit back sometimes and just write down all of the things that you think men may have contributed in making women's lives better, easier, and more safe. And read those things to yourself aloud periodically, because it may just be the incentive you need to look at men and show them more respect. It's astounding to me. Like, even myself, I know that there's a significant number of white America who's racist. I know it. We see it every day. Probably the majority, right? But again, it does not preventing me. It does not prevent me from seeing all of the advancements that white America has made that makes my life I almost said effing amazing. White people enslaved my people, and we're still enslaved. They do terrible things to us today. We're seeing young men coming up missing, found lynched, things of that nature. But I also know how to be grateful for the aspects where white America made it to where Stacey Prince can become a multimillionaire. You see how impartial I can be? You guys can't do that. You see something bad and the whole of it is bad. It's not the case. I'm very grateful for the structure that white Americans put into place that implicate if Stacey Prince goes really, really, really hard, I can amass millions of dollars. I'm grateful for that. I'm grateful for that. Makes me feel good. Makes me be willing to push out everything that is inside of me and see which parts of it the world will accept. Right? But that doesn't mean that I don't know a significant portion of white America hates me, right? Because of my color. See, I'm not crazy. I'm not crazy. I agree. I agree. Who said that? He said, I'd rather be black in America than anywhere else. You can't be black. You're probably not black. Who is that? Tech Biz Canada. I don't think Tech Biz is black. I think it's the height of arrogance for anybody who's not black to make a statement like that because you don't know what it's like to be black in America. Yeah, that was pretty arrogant right there. It's painful to be black in America. It hurts. That's where you get people like Officer Tatum and the Hodge twins from. It's so uncomfortable and so painful being black in America that some people opt out and try to find ways that they can convince white America that they are like, I'm one of you guys. Yeah, it's not peaches and cream being black in America. It's just better than what some other circumstances would be. Why are you trying to separate men and women? We stand together as a team. Oh, do we? Oh, do we? Don't sleep on women are the thinker. You are an idiot, and I can't read what you're writing, and I'm the idiot. Let me try to read this fluently since I'm the idiot. Why are you trying to separate men and women? We stand together as a team. Don't sleep on women. Literally, the letter R. Don't sleep on women. Are the thinker. You're an idiot. And I can't listen to old antics. Please get up to date with your facts. Shaking my head. Are you even educated? Okay. So I receive everything that you just said and blessings to it. I respect it. So if I'm everything that you said, you shouldn't mind coming up here and showing me up in front of everybody, right? So I'll drop that link right now. Because the confident individual you are, I'm sure that you have no problem. Yes, hello. I'm going to say this one more. Hello. This has nothing to do with my house. What's going on? What's up? Okay. what's up. Okay, we'll swing through. Hey, I appreciate you. Hey, you take care, all right? Hey, you take care, okay? I was wondering how that pertains to me. But good day. People are watching us talk right now. Where are you at this moment? That's fine. I'll be done by the time you head this way. Do you guys, that's the, listen, what did I do? Listen, my sons called that the phony version of me. I can be phony too, I'm not gonna lie. I messed up TikTok. Come on, why is the phone? Oh, that's what I was saying. Who is that? Amazura? Why don't you come on up? Because I'm certain that you being so much more educated than I am, you can't wait to blast me out in front of everybody. So why don't you come on up here, Amazura? Come on up here. Come on up here, Amazura. Let me drop this link because I'm certain you won't run from someone who's significantly more undereducated than you are. Let me drop that right there. I know Arizura can't wait till I drop that link. They'll probably snap that link and come up here right now. I don't mind showing that you're more intelligent than me. So I'd appreciate it if you brought your ass on up here. How about that? Arizura? Where you at? Where you at? Where you at? There she goes. What the hell is that? I brought her up and it dropped her. What did it do? Something wrong is happening, people. Miss Laura, I brought you up here, and I don't know why it didn't pull you up here. Shout out to my brother Theo Coop from the Do Better podcast in this situation. Rocking out with us. You know what it is, my brother. You know what it is. You see my brother showing love for the 50K. What? Listen, me and this brother started out together. 6,000 subscribers at the same time. This brother got 200 something thousand subscribers. Right? And brother been holding me down, man, the whole time I've been going through. Hey, Theo, man, listen, man, I did this and I did that. So what's the reason why da 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 da? Shout out to my brother. Listen, go follow my brother's show, man. His show is going to be airing in the morning time when you guys are primed up. Some of you on your way to work. Somebody drop Theo's link down there in the chat for me. I want you guys to click the link. All you got to do is click the link real quick, go to his channel, hit subscribe, come back and enjoy the show. Or just browse his content while you're over there. I appreciate it. I appreciate it, Tech Biz. Appreciate you guys rocking the Agree to Disagree podcast. Definitely in the building. You already know. You already know. Where's she at? Where did she go? Miss Lori, where are you at? I can't find you. Oh, something must have happened. That was weird. I've never seen that. Okay. But listen, this is what I'm telling you guys. You guys have been tricked into being on this journey of hating men. And if I were to ask you guys, none of you can tell me what the benefit is in hating men. I'm going away. I want to ask. I want to see. Just give me some good answers too, because maybe you have a good answer, and if it meets the bar of logic, I'll concede and I'll agree with you. Somebody tell me what you could benefit that would benefit your life by hating men. I just want to read it. I'm anxious to see. I'm anxious to see. What do you get out of hating men? Here we go. I'll tell you what you get. Turbulence, people. You get to run like the damn cowards that you've been running like. Men are no more than scapegoats for a lot of women's failures and bad decisions. If men disappeared, you guys really want to see some BS stir up? If men really did disappear and women couldn't blame the things that take place in their life on men?
Don't you never talk to me like that again. You hear me? Huh?
Could you guys really imagine a world where all of the bad decisions and repercussions that women bring up on themselves, they couldn't blame them on men? Could you imagine that? That'd be crazy. It'd be, listen, it would be mass suicides. It would be mass of them. If there was a way to physically force these people to be accountable for the things that they do, listen, so you guys know that they always talk about the thing, would you live on a planet with only women? Yes, 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 yes. They say that. But once you guys got done doing each other the same way you've done men, the deceit, the treachery, and all of those things, women would be running around saying the things about women that a lot of women are saying today. Where's that clip at? Where's it at? Where's it at? Where's it at? Men have no problem acknowledging the love that we have for women. We show women how much we love them every day, just by all of the things that we do, right? And are there some BS men out there? Of course. That's called an imperfect world. That's what that is. That's what we try to get you guys to understand all of the time. There are some men who do effed up things to women, right? But we can't control that. The only thing each man can do is try to be the best version of a man that he can be. We're going to have children get touched. We're going to have dogs that bite people. It's an imperfect world is what we're dealing with. We're not dealing with a situation where all human beings are bad. We're dealing with a situation where it's an imperfect world. Give me a second. I'm trying to find this because this here, I really want to find this. Where is it at? Is that it?
You're not a feminist? You don't believe all women? You're not a girl's girl?
No, I'm not. Girls and women have treated me personally worse than any man has ever. And I've been hit.
From my experience, most women are manipulative, narcissistic, sadistic.
Oh, did he
and
find
I'm not
it?
even somebody who dates women because I'm married. And two, I could never be around another woman that long. Going from how I was treated in school by girls because of my beliefs to how I'm treated by women online because of my beliefs, it's the same thing. They wish me physical, emotional, and mental harm. There's a woman in my life, in my personal life, who actively goes out of her way to lie on my name and disparage me to my husband. I've been told I should be set on fire because I'm not a feminist. Obviously, women have wished rape upon me, illness on my children. They've put hexes on me and then told me about it, threatened to show up to my house or send a man to my house or X, Y, and Z, all because I have a different opinion, different lifestyle that I'm advocating for, my religion, oddly enough. So yes, my personal experience with women is worse than my experience with men. Oh my god, you're not a feminist? You don't believe all women? You're not a girl's girl? No, I'm not. Girls and women
Listen, this isn't a rumor. We know what gets done to us. There's things that you do to us that we're like, only a monster could do that. What do you mean I can't see my daughter? What do you mean that's not my son? I think a lot of the things that are supposed to be labeled as really big things, they've gotten played down. And now the only things that are considered big things are the things that are backed by agendas. Right? Think about it. The people who typically touch kids, they're the most powerful people. So of course you'll get a lenient sentence for those type of things. Whatever their fetishes are, whatever their crimes are, of course there will be things instituted, policies instituted to where for those particular fetishes, there's not repercussions. Yes, that's what we're dealing with. Listen, you see the brother earlier said, we have no problem admitting our feelings for women. Never really have, to be honest. God, dog, this thing is taking forever downloading. Let me see something here. Thought I would be able to download it. Maybe I can't. Maybe I can't. Tell the people in TikTok I'm coming. I'm just trying to get this together. Let's go. Jeez, let's go. And listen, another thing that I want to point out is how you guys harbor so much hate for us, and we don't harbor it for you. The truth of the matter is, hell, let's go. Turbulence, people. Most people would suggest that women are causing more mayhem in society than men are. Because even if you want to depend on the men who are out in society causing mayhem, you guys are creating them. You're raising broken human beings. You're raising men to carry purses, right? You're raising men who like to get their airy dare played with by other men, right? This is what we're telling you guys. All that we could pin on you guys, we don't prefer to spend that much time doing that. We prefer talking to you guys. We prefer telling you guys what is likely to happen if you end up with 3 children by 3 different men. Right? Let me see something. Maybe it is done. I don't want my temper to show on here. Okay. That's crazy. Trying to get this to show you guys, but it won't let me. Listen, I'm going to tell you guys, and you can't bring up our violence because you profit from our violence. It's an imperfect world. You can't say, I want men to not be violent. Then we get invaded by foreign invaders and things like that. But then you say, okay, God, give them the ability to be very, very violent. But then when some of our violence accidentally spills out into society and one of your kids gets hurt by one of us, oh, the world is crazy. No, it's an imperfect world. It's an imperfect world. Nitroglycerin can be used for amazing advances, but if you handle it incorrectly, it could be used for your demise. Right? But is nitroglycerin a bad thing or is it a good thing? See what I'm saying? I think the things that you guys benefit from men, geez, how the hell is this thing not downloading? I'm not going to play with it. Hell with it. TikTok is done with me. I tried, people. I tried. Did it end the whole live? Hell with it. That is crazy that this is happening. I've never seen that happen. It completely eradicated the TikTok. And we know that all things work together for the good of those that love the Lord, according to those who are called according to his purpose. We're up out of here, Instagram. We don't have much activity today on Instagram. Those of you who want to come over here and rock out with us a little bit, come on over here to YouTube at The Real Stacey Prince, and I appreciate you guys. But what I want to continue on about is if we were to sit you guys down and ask, you don't have a really legitimate reason to hate us. That's like the car saying, I can't stand no damn gas or electricity. I hate you motherfuckers. How would that work out? How would that work out? I don't think things would go well for that car. We are your source of resources. Everything that you need in life to survive, you cannot get it without men. You simply can't. And the crazy part is it really, really devastates women to have to admit something like that. It really devastates women to have to acknowledge that they need man. But they'll go to church every Sunday. First ones at church. Even though what we're saying is in alignment with the God that they say they worship. You're not supposed to be equal to us. You shouldn't even be striving for it. You shouldn't even be attempting to climb that ladder because it goes against what your God said his design and order was. So if you're trying to do something that goes against the order of what your God said he created, should you even be doing that thing? Should you even be doing that thing? Yeah. Yeah. Mecca over here in the building rocking out with us. My guy do not mess with black women at all. Miss Briggs in the building rocking out with us. Hope all is well. Hope all is well. Brother Alex in the building rocking out with us. Tech Business said, men are in love, women are in business. Unfortunately, I don't think if a debate were to take place, I don't think anybody could get around that. Oh, I didn't even get to see that. Mike Tech Productions up in this situation. Yeah, that Jezebel spirit is real. It's real. My brother, are you with Becky, a white girl? Just asking. I don't believe in black and white relationships like that. I believe that the amount of work that would be required in order for us to get over our past differences and things like that, I believe it's too much work that I would be willing to go through. Studies showed that with black and white relationships, the biggest hurdle is what? Family members. So I wouldn't even put myself in a situation like that to where I have to get the world to accept this, This just too much for me. It's too much. That's another thing, and I'm not going to say that that person said it, but oh, hold on, is that the individual that said that I didn't know what I was talking about? Yes, it is. Amazura, my brother, are you with Becky, a white girl? Just asking. And see, that's something else that we face often. That's something else that we face. If we say anything about black women, we have to be married to a white woman, right? The reason you hear us speaking about black women and black men so much is because other races of people have their acts together. That's their concern. What my concern is that I get as many buckets of water as possible and throw it on our house that is on fire. Right? Doesn't that meet the bar of logic? Doesn't it? Oh, I got some cash apps. Okay. There goes my girl Messi over here rocking out with us. Salute, salute, salute. Listen, you guys got to go check her channel out too. She got some good reactions and stuff. Like I'm a really big fan of impartial people. I really am. She really will call things like she sees them. You know what I'm saying? And those are the people, like I'm going to tell you guys are going to start seeing a lot more of, I don't care how big the content creator is. I am going to start stepping up to the plate, challenging these guys, challenging their information, to make sure that we have better information floating around the internet, right? That's my goal. I don't think people should be allowed to just get up here and just talk. I think that there should be a group of us who have no problem challenging these people's information, like the woman who you guys saw come onto the platform. Her information is absolutely terrible. People looked at it like, whoa, Stacey got her. Stacey shut her down. No, that's not even the case. That's not what it was. Her information was just so bad to where it was easy to pick it apart soon as you hear it. This isn't something that Stacey had to be very intelligent about. You know what? Let's go here. Let's go here. Na 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 na. And I know I got rid of it. I know I did. You know what? No, I didn't. I got the edits right here. The man right here. Okay. Okay. I want to show you guys something. I really want to show this to the women because it will help you understand what we deal with. What you guys have done is you've done so many bad things to where your value is very, very low. So most quality men aren't going to come into a relationship like that. And if you disagree, I'm going to ask you a question. You have kids?
I do.
Do you guys know that I almost picked up this cell phone and took a drink from it? Boy, don't you?
I don't.
Okay, you do now. That boy comes to you at 19 years old. You have been going nuts about this college. What we want you to see, there's going to be an opportunity to tell the truth right in front of this woman, and it's going to be clear as day. V Nizzle in this situation. Listen, there's going to be an opportunity for this woman to tell the truth. And I really needed to convey that to you guys because I want you guys to see how hard this grown woman is going to go to stay on the side of the sister code. Watch this. Tuition. I'm talking about you've been working 2 jobs. Google wants him. Microsoft wants. This boy is excelling. She's a single mom. That's where her bias is coming in at. Now let me play this over. What you guys have done is you've done so many bad things to where your value is very, very low. So most quality men aren't going to come into a relationship like that. And if you disagree, I'm going to ask you a question. You have kids?
I do.
You have a boy, don't you?
I don't.
Okay, you do now. That boy comes to you at 19 years old. You have been going nuts about this college tuition. I'm talking about you've been working 2 jobs. Google wants him. Microsoft wants. This boy is excelling. He comes home to you one day and says, I wasn't going to tell you this, Mom, but there's a girl. She has 2 or 3 kids by 2 or 3 different men, and I'm thinking about getting serious. Would you encourage him and tell him, I think that's a good idea, son?
My honest answer, I will let my son do whatever he wants to do.
I'm asking your opinion, ma'am. Would you tell him you believe that's a good idea?
If he thinks that's what he wants to do, it's a good idea.
Because she's a single mom and she knows that the answer essentially means that it wouldn't be smart for a man to take her on as a single mom, she won't admit that she doesn't want her son to date a woman who has 3 children by 3 different men. She's choosing herself over her son's well-being. If your son came to you and told you, Mom, they're doing it at school. I don't know if it's coke or what, but they're sniffing it, and I'm really thinking about sniffing some. Would you tell him you think that's a good idea?
We're talking about 2 different things.
I'm just asking you a question, ma'am. I'm hoping that you'll answer. It's simple questions, really.
No.
So you wouldn't tell him you think that's a good idea? Your life, listen, who you end up with is the most important decision that you could ever make. So you'll tell him not to try this recreational thing, but you won't tell him who the hell is going to be having him on child support, have his driver's license suspended, who's going to be cheating on him. You won't give him advice about that?
When it comes, and this is coming from the therapeutic side of me, I don't go up against anybody and who they LOVE.
Your son? You're not going to give your son guidance? She refuses to say that she would not encourage her son to date a woman with 3 children because in her head, that means I'm basically admitting it wouldn't be smart for a man who's successful to date me. The truth is just the truth. Even listen, if she has 2 kids right now, it wouldn't be smart for a successful man to date her. He's going to come last in her life. You chose to have those children. And we're not even knocking you for it. But just stand by that decision. When you chose to have those children without being married, you knew you were open to the potential of being a single mom, which is something that men don't take a fancy to. So we're not knocking you for it, but stand on it. Ma'am, this is where we all, there's 200 people here. We all know that you're being disingenuous and dishonest right now. We know that for a fact. I'm going to ask you again, would you encourage your son? Ma'am, I'm just trying to get you to answer my question.
I just said, yeah, I'm going to give you that yes. I'm saying yes to what you're saying. Encourage him not to. So let's talk about from that.
Okay, I want you guys to see something. She finally said, okay, I'll agree with you. You guys don't know. I edited this clip. It took her way longer than what you see on this clip to tell the truth. But not only that, I want to show you guys something. Once she admits it, watch what she does immediately.
I'm saying yes to what you're saying. Encourage him not to. So let's talk about from that.
She said, so let's talk about that. Let's get away from, okay, I was wrong. Let's get away from that I was wrong. She wants to immediately run away from that. She wants to immediately get away from the fact that maybe she was just introduced to some information that solidified what she was saying was wrong. Okay, I got proved wrong. Now let's get away from, let's talk about the 1993 Bulls. That's how bad it hurts them to have to yield to our leadership. It's not so much as being wrong. It's not only being wrong that they hate being under our leadership. Right then and there, if she had have acknowledged what I had already been saying, it would have been another form of her adhering to a man, and they don't like that. It's why you're not getting very far. Told me was that black men, probably it wouldn't be in their best interest to date 70% of the women in the black community. 50 to 70% of women who were surveyed who are currently in a relationship already have a backup plan in case their current man doesn't work out. And I saw, hold on. I saw you
And I'm
support
gonna
that.
make the
How
video
can you support a woman being in a relationship but entertaining other men? What you're doing is with that information, you're destroying the community and you're promoting whoredom.
I need to have a backup plan. You need to always have.
She's trying to make it seem like that shit makes sense. Is there any of us thinks that we're on a good path in our relationship by having a backup plan? Now, I want to see. People, give me a thumbs down if you think that there's something smart about having a backup plan while you're in a relationship. Right? Give me a thumbs up if you think there's something smart about that. Give me a hell no if you think there's nothing beneficial about having a backup plan while you're in a relationship. Give me a thumbs up if you think there is something beneficial about having a backup plan, and give me a hell no if you think nothing good could come from you having a backup plan while you're in a relationship. Look, Brown said hell no. How could anything good come from having a backup plan while you're in a committed relationship? How the hell could something good come out of that? Listen, and I'm going to tell you guys, we have to deal with this. We are the ones who are called upon to talk you guys out of this way of thinking. Being in a relationship but entertaining other men. What you're doing is with that information, you're destroying the community and you're promoting whoredom.
I need to have a backup plan. You need to always have you in the
and
picture.
You're standing on that. You're standing on that on the internet.
I'm saying this. When I say have a backup, I am not talking about having a backup plan with another man. This goes into what I said.
Now that she's figured out how ignorant she sounds, she's trying to backtrack right now.
Video you played. Be independent, be selfish, have some selfish tendencies about yourself. Make sure that you have things on your plan B so you're able to not lose yourself in that relationship. A lot of women lose themselves. Now, I'm not saying be a cheater because I don't think all men cheat, so I don't think women should cheat.
She's saying have a backup plan isn't insinuating that you should cheat. You're cheating if you have a backup plan.
I'm not saying that. But if we want to play roster for roster and you're dealing with a man who has a roster, baby, do exactly.
How do you know he has a roster?
Do exactly what some men keep it all the way 100%.
Oh my God.
Some men do.
Do you believe that a lady is supposed to be a lady regardless as to what the man is doing?
Because men don't know how to be honest. Women know how to be honest. So that's what I say. If you want to put me in.
If women know how to be honest, why are all of these men finding out that children aren't theirs?
Look, we can talk. Listen, we're going to have to talk about it. I can't listen. Coming from brothers in our community, they're wanting a woman to accept whatever. And I don't think it's okay.
Let's go.
Turbulence,
people.
I like you coming with some good. You coming with some good points. Like, I want to hear what you got to say.
Let's talk about something that really crushes people's mindset once they think about it. That ninja who, when she's not looking, throws in her purse, takes a little bit of money. Did you know that man who cheats? Did you know that man who not only doesn't have a job, but there's not even any prospects in sight? Did you know that man is a custom fit, like a glove, for some of these women who you're talking about, based on her dating value, based on how many kids she's had out of wedlock, based on how big she is, based on how sassy her mouth is. See, no one wants to talk about the fact that some of these bullshit men that people get, he's a perfect fit for her. Not only that, he might be too good for her. Here's what I mean. On a scale of 1 to 10, how uncomfortable do you think most men are dating a woman who already has children? On a scale of 1 to 10. What I've come to find out, anytime you bring up a subject that is currently the reality of the woman you're talking to, you're not going to get a straightforward truth. You're not going to get it. Fellas, down in the comments, we're on 4 platforms right now. On a scale of 1 to 10, how undesirable is it for men to lock in with women who have children? Watch this. Look down there in those comments.
So undesirable. Let's reframe those words. I don't mind being open.
Almost trash, ma'am. You want to use a better word than undesirable? Listen, most men would replace that word with trash. I want to help you understand something. And I'm going to say something. It's time to eat it up, people. Turbulence, people. You guys shouldn't be out there dating single moms at all. You shouldn't be dealing with single moms. If she has more than one kid, you should leave her alone. Except, and I don't want to use an except, I really just want it cut off after one child. Except for this is an amazing woman who you know for a fact your life is going to elevate if you're open to dating this woman who has 2 children. Those are the only time that you should ever date a woman who has 2 or more children is if she's an amazing woman. You can tell she's rebounded from whatever type of dysfunction led her into, whatever, having those children or whatever. This woman needs to be everything that we have always been taught a woman is supposed to be. There can be no compromise. You guys should not be dating women who have 2 or more children. You know what I say. #no-go. Women with 2 or more kids are a no-go. You have no business dealing with a woman who have 2 children or more. You have no business doing it. There's things going on in her life. You will never be number one in her life, whereas you will be required to be her number one. I'm sorry, for her to be number one in your life. You will be required to give your life up for her. A woman with 1 child, I'll say that's doable because we've all done things and things like that. A woman with 1 child, you can still take her and make her yours, right? Anything above that, don't do it. You guys got to stop doing this shit. You're lowering your standards. You should not be someone's sloppy 5th. It speaks volumes about you when people see you with these type of women. It speaks volumes about you, and you can't get around it because we know the average man prefers to be with a woman who doesn't have any children. So if we see you with a woman who has 3 children by 3 different men, we know that means you couldn't do any better. Until men take a stance like that, women aren't going to stop doing what they're doing. If the younger generation of girls right now had have came into this world hearing rumors like, listen, and I'm going to tell you something, men do not play that having a child thing. If you have a child, it's going to be hard for you to get married. It's going to be hard for a man to take you serious. If they had have come into an environment having already been groomed for that, a lot of these girls would be more skeptical about letting a man nut inside of them. Bang, 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 daddy, bang. Listen, I know some amazing women who have multiple children by multiple different men. That does not mean that these aren't good women. That just means men who have built themselves up, men who are referred to as MOVs, men of value. They should not be dealing with these women. These women are off limits to high excelling men. Because the value that a woman brings to a man, hers has already been compromised. The value that me and you have to bring to Gucci is similar to her going into Gucci with $75. You guys have no business dating women who have 2 or more children. 1 is reasonable and realistic. You hear a lot of people talking about, oh, don't date a single mom and da-da-da. No, we don't go to extremes over here. We consider circumstances. A lot of circumstances are different. The only way that you should ever consider dating a woman who has 2 or more children is if she is a phenomenal woman. She's a phenomenal woman. Or unless the children are out of the house or one of them is 19 and the other one is out of the house. That's the only situation. I'm not talking about how many children a woman has birthed. I'm talking about what you're going to have to deal with. If she has 3 children, but none of them live in the house with her anymore, she's a green flag. She's a go. She's a go. But what you guys are going to have to deal with is way much more than what it's going to be worth. You will listen, you can go on these dating sites and you can see women saying it. My children come first. Imagine telling the man who has been assigned to DIE for you, if it's necessary, that he comes last in your life. Ain't that crazy? And that's why single women aren't supposed to get married and things like that. Because a man is supposed to be number one in a woman's eyes. But how can I be number one when you have children by other men? I'm not going to be number one. And those children may have already developed the influence needed to cause rift in our household between me and you. They ask me for something, I say no. Then they go ask you. Well, babe, why can't they have it? Now there's a rift between me and you. It doesn't happen often. Mecca must have 2 kids or something. Okay, let's go, Mecca. Let me drop this link. Don't play with me. Mecca said I respectfully disagree. But Mecca's not going to be able to come up here and give me anything that is based on logic that suggests it's a good idea for a man, to marry a woman who has 3 children by 3 different men. It's not a good idea. Listen, the average African-American man makes, the average white man makes around $52,000 a year. That's poverty. Right? That's poverty today. Come on up, Mecca. I dropped a link down there. Twiggy. What you gotta do it for? I want to see if I can get some honest women up here.
Coming from brothers in our community, they're wanting a woman to accept whatever. And I don't think it's okay.
Let's go.
Oh,
Turbulence, people.
I like you coming with some good points. Like, I want to hear what you got to say.
Let's talk about something that really crushes people's mindset once they think about it. That ninja who, when she's not looking, throws in her purse, takes a little bit of money. Did you know that man who cheats? Did you know that man who not only doesn't have a job, but there's not even any prospect? Okay, now Tech Biz down here getting disrespectful, y'all. Turbulence, people. Tech Biz said, even if she's amazing, the question still remains, why not date a single amazing woman? Tech Biz down there with the machete out. But I will say this. There are going to be some men who only qualify. Men are inadequate too. There are going to be some men who only qualify for that woman who has those 2 children. I'm saying you shouldn't do it, but at least make sure she's an amazing woman. Tech Biz has a point. In sight, did you know that man is a custom fit, like a glove, for some of these women who you're talking about? Based on her dating value, based on how many kids she's had out of wedlock, based on how big she is, based on how sassy her mouth is. See, no one wants to talk about the fact that some of these bullshit men that people get, he's a perfect fit for her. Not only that, he might be too good for her. Here's what I mean. On a scale of 1 to 10, how uncomfortable do you think most men are dating a woman who already has children? On a scale of 1 to 10.
6.
Fellas, down in the comments, we're on 4 platforms right now. On a scale of 1 to 10, how undesirable is it for men to lock in with women who have children? Watch this. Look down there in those comments.
So undesirable, let's reframe those words.
Listen how words affect them. Like when we look up that word undesirable, it means I don't desire. Men don't desire women who have children by other men. The word is applicable. The word works. But she's going off of how the word made her feel. And that is the woman dictionary, I call it.
I don't mind being open.
Almost trash, ma'am. You want to use a better word than undesirable? Listen, most men would replace that word with trash. I want to help you understand something. I've been in LA for 12 years. There's a woman right now I've dealt with, on the serious level, I've dealt with 5 women. There's one who I can say I love, right? There's one who I desire. I know some of the things she goes through. I desire to be that Negro who those petty things that she complains about, I can make them seem like they don't exist. But because she has been in a relationship with a man for over a year, because there is another man who has been nutting inside of her for a year, because her organs have been marinating in another man's cum, I could never. Turbulence, people. I think most of these people are children who have found a candy store, but they've been given a curfew on the candy store. But every time the curfew approaches, they throw pissy fits and things like that. You've been given guidelines. Don't cross this. That's their thing. The things that bring them pleasure and fun, they want unlimited access to it, and they don't want to hear anything that is associated to regulation. They don't want to hear anything that is associated with that. Let me see something here. Shout out to all of my day ones and my stay ones. We are officially at 53,000 subscribers, people. You know what it is. I just noticed that. We are on our way to that 100 mark, people. We are on our way. Shout out to my girl Mecca over here. Mecca said, no, you got it all wrong, man. I disagree that a man should engage with a single woman at all. She said at all. She said, I didn't say 2, I didn't say 1, I said at all. I didn't think me and Mecca was that far off basis. We usually not. Mecca over here acting the fool. He said, I don't care about circumstances. We all have those. I care about decisions. Good decisions bring rewards. Bad decisions bring consequences. It is what it is.
Dead man. Dead man walking.
Shout out to my homeboy and my moderator ZF over here, keeping our TikTok going. Twiggy, come on up here and rock out with me. I think the biggest issue that people see is you guys aren't even cool about it. Do you guys know the compensation that a man is supposed to be for coming into your life when you... Listen, check this out. Let me say it like this. Do you guys know the compensation that men are supposed to get for coming into your life in the midst of mistakes that you've made and help you sort out your mistakes? Help you organize all of the mistakes that you've made in the last few years? You guys don't even tell men thank you for being stepfathers to your children. See, this thing has gotten too normal, is what I'm saying. You guys have gotten ungrateful, entitled, And it's crazy. For somebody stepping in your life doing something that big, could there at least be once a year? I just want to let you know, babe, this is a card that I found that fits you perfectly for how you came into my life. And you guys, it's just ungrateful. You would get further with this thing if you weren't as ungrateful as you are. You guys come with 3 children by 3 different men, things like that, and you still expect men. You're being dishonest. You're being dishonest. You guys don't accept us. You don't accept us, however. You don't accept us. You say you won't go to the Cheesecake Factory. You say you won't date a man who's not a certain height. You say that you won't date a man who doesn't make a certain amount of money. Yet we take you in the worst of conditions. The worst. You have other men's children. The average African American woman weighs 187 fucking pounds. Turbulence. It's like you guys go to a store where they sell a lot of flaws and things like that, cons, and you pile your shopping cart up with flaws, negatives, and a multitude of things that aren't beneficial. And you bring that shopping cart with you on the first date with a man. And you think that he's privileged, that you're giving him the opportunity to help you fix your life. You know, I want to do a show. I'm going to do more research. I want to do a show on how women are using their vajayjay. I know they're using it as a weapon. I know they come everywhere they go. They utilize that thing as the supreme equalizer. They utilize that thing as the supreme equalizer that should get them past any hurdle. Most of them, listen, that thing gets used a lot. That's why a lot of women's human skills are bad, because instead of using human skills when the time calls for it, they use sexuality to get them past that speed bump. Look, my girl said we need to live in a patriarchy because this ain't it. It's not. Look at all of the things you guys support. You guys, Kamala Harris, and listen, politicians can get you guys riled up if they just go book whoever your favorite recording artist is. Oh my gosh. Whoever Cardi B votes for, that's who you'll vote for. Somebody who is that susceptible to trickery should not be voting, to be honest. Because your vote is not your vote. Your vote is influence. You were influenced to vote. Somebody said, but yet we live in a patriarchy. Not so much. Not so much. Women are controlling a lot of things. Game boy in the building. Oh yeah, those of you, listen, I told you guys, I looked at the analytics yesterday. Only 10% of you guys have hit the notification button on the, you got to go to the YouTube and slide the thing over to all. You want all notifications so that you know when we go live. I'm going to pause the show right now and give you guys time enough to go do it. You're not going to get notifications on, we got hot interviews coming with big time content creators and even a couple of celebrities. You guys aren't going to get notifications that the show is on if you guys have not hit the notifications and the alerts. You have to switch it over to all. Let me see. I'm going to give you guys a moment to go over there and recalibrate. I need you guys to go over there and hit that notification bell. Hit all to where you guys are getting notified every time we go live and every time we post content. Go over there and make that move. I'm going to give you guys a minute to do that. Give me a thumbs up after you guys hit that notification button on the YouTube. We only have 10% of people who have hit the note, and those of you who haven't even subscribed, I'm hoping we don't even have one of those here, but in the case we do, hit that subscribe button, people. Hit that subscribe button. I appreciate it, Haram. I need you guys to go to the YouTube page right now and hit the notifications bar. Press it to all, to where you get all notifications. We're going to start the show. Give me a thumbs up when you come back and you've hit that button. Go to our YouTube platform, hit the notifications button, push it to all, and give me a thumbs up when you're done. Those of you who have not become members of the show, you're missing out on a wealth of content. Give me a thumbs up after you hit the notification button, people.
Okay.
Did you know that you're not supposed to leave unless I won't stop doing what I'm doing? You're not supposed to leave when a man cheats. You're not supposed to leave because every time you leave another man for cheat, your clock gets reset. You will never reach the goal line of you've been in a 5 or 10 year relationship or marriage if you keep leaving every time something happened. Our grandmothers didn't operate like that. And that's why they had less education than you, but they built families 10 times better than you. And they were married way longer. You guys can't even get married. But not even by hood niggas. Hood niggas aren't marrying black women. My question to you, there's a two-part question. You're complaining about these men who don't have jobs and blah, 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 right?
Explain.
One, why are you entertaining men like that? And two, how come after the piece of shit men, after the trains that have been ran on you, after all of the things that how come after that you develop standards and now you won't date a man who don't have kids? You see how crazy that is? You've been having sex with men who don't have money, but then after you've been ran through the ringer, 2 or 3 children by 2 or 3 different men, now you got standards when it comes to me?
Are you saying that so once a woman evolves, we have to take into account the history of...
Have you ever noticed that these women typically don't become Christians and don't evolve and don't get on their spiritual journey until after they have 3 children by 3 different men? Why did you have to evolve? How come you couldn't look around at your sister, at your cousin, at your auntie, at your mom, and some of the other friends that you went to school with and tell, I don't want to be a baby mama? Why did you have to experience it for you to then, later on, need to evolve? You shouldn't have done it. Some decisions come with irreparable damage, which is what you guys are experiencing.
Relations that she's had with other people.
The problem in the black community is our women don't know their value. Hold on. A lot. Listen, Tech Biz been down there acting a fool all day. Listen. Nah, we got to give it up. We got to hit it a little bit harder on that one. TechBiz said, women leave cheaters to end up with cheaters. Have I not been telling you guys this? Don't you know that that's what's happening? It's factual. It's why none of you can brag about 3, 4, and 5-year relationships. Because you keep resetting the clock every time something happens. You guys don't have the capacity to maintenance long-term relationships. Because inside of a successful long-term relationship is a lot of forgiveness, is a lot of patience. Significant number of African American women, if they kept it real about their dating value based on the things that they've done, you only qualify for that guy who doesn't have a job. You have 2 or 3 children by 2 or 3 different men. You're not feminine. You're overweight. You're all of the things that no men want. You know how we know? African American men have been ranked the most desirable group of men on the planet today. African American women have been ranked the exact opposite.
You are saying, hey, once you have those kids and you make those mistakes, stay right in that box because you don't deserve anything else. You don't deserve to date outside of it. You don't deserve to become
Detroit in the building. It's over. Because I'm coming to understand, and I have it in a couple of notes. You don't know much about men. You don't even know how we feel about women with children. We've been saying it for the longest. We've been on podcast after podcast. We don't want women with children. It used to be looked at as a scarlet letter. In our grandmother's time, even in church, when a woman who wasn't married would come up with a baby, they would shame her. She would get shamed through. She would be the talk of the town. This is not a good thing. A lot of times you don't know who the fathers of the children are, right? You weren't even in a relationship. These are smash babies. And there's an excuse for everything. How can things get better for you if the things that are essential to being fixed in your life, oh, that's not a big deal. That's nothing. That's just a bullet wound. I don't need to go to the hospital. You think I got popped. I didn't. That's just a hole in my arm. Stop it. How do you think that's going to play out? People are pleading with you, telling you, hey, you got a hole in your arm. That's just your imagination. Well, what about the men? Do the men have holes in their arms? Can your wound get fixed by focusing on the men? By diverting issues towards the men? No, it can't. It's not going to happen that way. It's not going to happen that way. What you're going to have to do, you're going to have to eventually get down to the nitty-gritty of addressing your own issues. Men, I always tell men have to get more adamant about taking better care of their children. You guys have no business. I don't care how many men it is down there right now. If you guys have children, listen, let me say it like this. To those of you who know over the past 3 years, you haven't sent your child even $1,000, there's a problem. And I'm talking about you got a kid that still lives with the mom and you haven't contributed $1,000. You got to recalibrate. You got to recalibrate. Something's wrong. I don't care how many amazing lectures you give your children. In order for children to reverence their dads as a superhero that a man should be reverenced at, he's going to have to step in financially too. He's going to have to be able to solve some of the problems that Mikey's dad can solve, that Christopher's dad can solve. You have no business having your son or your daughter in an environment where other people's fathers are active in their lives, but your child doesn't have an active father in their life. It's setting them up for failure. You see how I just went full in on men? I don't give a damn. This isn't about men or women. This is about right or wrong. But you guys don't have the propensity to shift like that and pivot like that. It's always, what about the men? No, you have 3 children by 3 different men. Damn the men. You got bigger fish to fry. I swear, you got bigger fish to fry. You don't have to worry. You don't have to. But listen, people, if nobody has any questions, I got to get up out of here. I got to get all of the clips for tomorrow's shorts off. But if you got any questions and you want to come up on TikTok, Facebook, or YouTube, come on up. I'm dropping a link in the chat right now. I will say this. One thing that none of us can get around, one thing that none of us can escape is like the late, great Kevin Samuel said, the world does not owe you or I any understanding or any sympathy. Either performed or don't, but you will be judged according to your decisions. That pretty much puts the nail in the coffin for all of this. You can't blame men that you're a 3-time baby mama. You can't do it. You can't do that stuff. You are responsible for how your life turns out. Trust and believe that. All right, people, if there are no more, if you guys have no questions or no disagreements, we're about to get up out of here. Shout out to my girl, Miss Brandy, down there rocking out with us. Miss Moore, you take care, love. You take care. Given the risk that men face today, would you recommend for a man to get married? Nope. No. No. There is no benefit in men getting married. There's no benefit in it. I can pledge myself to you, though, and I can move in a way that suggests to you that I view you as my wife. We can even go get married on an Indian reserve, just not through American legal process. A woman, especially to a man who really desires to be in a relationship, that has already created a weakness in that man. The fact that that man already significantly desires to be in a relationship, he's weak at that moment. So that woman can come in with her mask on and you'd really be jeopardizing yourself by attempting to get married today. You'd really, I can't even believe there's even 2 men who still have the marriage mindset in America. I can't believe that. To be honest, I believe that a man who marries a woman in America today, I believe that if that woman divorces him, she should be able to take 90% of his assets. That's what I believe. I believe the NBA players who get these women pregnant and things like that, I believe the men should be ordered to pay like $300,000 a month in child support. If you have been in America for any amount of time and you have not caught on to this yet, and you go ahead and fall through, you deserve what you get. A woman who will not marry you on an Indian reserve or something outside of the American judicial system, you should very well look at it like there's strings attached to that. Because even if she doesn't go left on you, she has the power to. She has the power to. A woman in America can give your little brother a blowjob, go divorce you, and take half of what it took you 40 years to build. I can't imagine. What type of man would volunteer for that? It's crazy. I can't find it, people, but let me see. I thought I was going to be able to find that. You don't have to worry. Let me see this. Let me see something. I'm just going to try this. Okay, that must have been a whole. All right, people, I can't find it, but we're going to go ahead and get up out of here. I appreciate you guys for rocking out with us. Said, what was your first red pill? I don't really subscribe to red pill. I believe what red pill is supposed to be is not what red pill is today. Most of the red pill channels you see on social media, these are woman-hating channels from immature men who have never really done well with women. And so now, instead of manning up, doing all of the things that they need to do to turn themselves into something that is respectable amongst their peers and desirable in the dating society, they hate women. Just call women bitches. I don't even like to be associated with that. We love women over here. This is not a woman-hating channel over here. We love women. We want to see them do better, but the ones who are not our women, we know who they are. They're the ones who don't listen to our information, and they're acting a certain way in society, and we just discard them. She said, what about the good, decent women? Do we have a leg to stand on? You'll always have a leg to stand on. A good, decent woman places herself in the right environment and packages herself adequately. in front of quality men, men have never had a reputation for seeing something amazing and opting to walk in the opposite direction of it. It's just not what we do. Yeah, Devin, Myron Gaines, most definitely. Most definitely. We're not on that stuff. We don't hate women over here. I feel bad for people who hate women. Like, hey, what do the ladies say? Who hurt you? Listen, women are amazing. A woman can come in and not say much. You could have writer's block. You could be stuck on a work project. She could just come in and sit on the couch, and it'll just be something about having that woman in your presence that will just get you on the right track. I'll never let nobody convince me to hate women. That's crazy. What type of man hates women? I think women view men's methods of correction in a way that they should. If we tell women something about a woman having 3 children by 3 different men, he hates women. No, I'm telling you what's wrong. How you're moving is not conducive to a prosperous life. That's what we're telling you. They said it's a sensitive topic. I think it's a very straightforward topic that must be addressed in order for us to excel in life. Shout out to Miss Lisa rocking over here with us. And I'm going to be honest with you guys. If there's men over here who hate women, respectfully, I appreciate the support, but I don't want to be around that energy. That's some weird energy to have. To hate women? You guys know I don't like women. Like, if you removed a JJ from today's women, like what we see, it wouldn't be a friend. That if you introduced me the characteristics we see in today's modern women, not all women, but the characteristics that we see in today's modern woman, if you removed a JJ from her and then introduced me to what is left of her, I'd be like, no, I'm good, bro. I don't need many more friends. Who the hell wants a friend who's always asking for something? Who the hell wants a friend who always wants you to buy them something? Who the hell wants a friend who always thinks the most of themselves? Who the hell wants a friend who's selfish? Who the hell wants a friend who's always trying to see what they can get out of you? That's nuts. That doesn't feel good. Gimme, 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 gimme. How about shut the hell up? How about that part? So no, I don't like most what women have become, but a woman dealing with me, she's going to be an amazing woman. So I don't have to worry about those issues. There's just simply certain things that she's not going to be moving a certain way if she's dealing with me. Yeah, Tech said hate is a big word. I mean, hate takes too much work. It does. The way they act comes across that they hate and envy men. I think there's some truth to that. I think there's some truth. I think a lot of them, listen, I think a lot of the women today have taken on my red pill mindset. Because they don't do well with men, they decide to hate men. No, woman, you got 3 kids by 3 different men. That's why you're getting the results. Myron Gaines, no, you're a piece of shit. That's why women don't like you. Don't get online talking about women ain't shit. No, you don't do well with women because women don't find you attractive. Caller, you're on the line. You're on the line. Caller, talk to me. Hey, man, what you got going on? Yeah. What you got going on? All right, I'm finna end the show in like 2 minutes. I'll hit your phone. All right. That's one of the smartest brothers I know right there. Seriously. Salute to Miss Lisa over here rocking out with us. She said we do need to do better because we need you guys. Do you guys know how powerful we are when we come together? They have research on it. We amass more money together and we reach our goal in shorter amount of time. We do everything quicker than single people. You guys just got tricked. Marketing scams. All right, people, we're about to get up out of here. I appreciate my show supporters, the new followers, my day ones and my stay ones, and you know what it is. We're out of here. Oh, for those of you who don't know, we've already hit the 50K mark. And we said around that mark, we were going to start the matchmaking part of the show where we connect single people. You guys are going to see the banners Monday on the show Monday. It is very important to me that we start matching like-minded people up. And that's where we're going to pivot the show to. Now that we have the audience, the audience is going to get larger and larger every day, right? So now that we have the TikTok audience, the Instagram audience, we have hundreds of thousands of subscribers, right? So we're going to see how many of them we can get off of those streets, right? Right?
The noise.
You come at the king, you best not miss.
She belongs to the streets.
So those of you who are single, whatever platform you're on, give me a thumbs up. Let me know that you're single. I already have other people who have already given me their information, pictures of them, and I'm going to be connecting people together. So those of you who are single, of course, we all know that this is a show of integrity. My name carries integrity throughout the internet. All of your information will be 100% private. I'll reach out to you after I give you a picture and a bio of the individual who is also single. I'm going to connect you guys based on what I think about all of the information and the pictures that each of you have sent me. But yeah, those of you who are single and you are looking for a long-term relationship, hit the DMs on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, and YouTube. And we're out of here.